Hello and welcome to episode 27 of the Let's Play of The Witcher 2. Alright, so before starting this episode, I just wanted to recap about what we have done so far because we are now in Act 2 and Act 1 was completed in the last episode. So far what we have seen is that um, Leto has killed King Foltest during the battle with whatever battle that was, and that's not important. And the important part is that Witcher Geralt of Rivia was found alone with the dead body, with his swords pointing at the corpse of the king, and he was taken as prisoner. And because they believe that he killed the king and that he's the kingslayer, but the fact is that it was Letho, which we saw in that video also, and he managed to run away. And later it was revealed that he managed to run away because he had help from Scoia'tael. So that was one clue that we had. And so after talking to Roche and convincing him that okay, look, it's not me who killed the king, it's somebody else, and he's also a witcher, and he might have gone to wherever this Coyatel go, and Roche tells us that maybe they went to Flotsam. When we reach Flotsam, we set sail for Flotsam. We reach Flotsam, and then we see the first thing that we see over there is that our old friends Dandelion and Zoltan, they are going to be hanged for for the crimes that they may or may not have committed. Zoltan's crime was he was allegedly a part of Scoia'tael, and he had some transactions with them and whatever it was, and so that's why they were in a public hanging. So we saved him. We saved Zoltan and we saved Dandelion, and we also went to Lorido's mansion. Lorido is the sort of caretaker of the whole town. We went to Lorido's house and he told us that there are so many monsters outside that needs to be taken care of, and neckers and Drakas, and also he told us that he needs to get rid of these Scoia'tael, and Scoia'tael is led by Yorveth. So in so we during the adventures that we had, we learned that there is another sorceress in town. Her name was Sheila de Dancewell, and there is and one more thing Lorido told us about was that he wanted us to get rid of the Kaedwen. The Kaedwen is a kraken-like monster in the river that has been there for so many years, and due to that the trade routes are affected because Flotsam is like one major port, and trade was affected due to the monster. So later in the game we find that Sheila was kind of trying to fight with Kaedwen, and she had cast a spell on it. And we talked to Sheila and we learned that she has been given a bounty to hunt down Kaedwen, and Geralt decides to get involved, and he offers his help to kill the Kaedwen. Eventually, we learn with Chris's help that Kaedwen is dying. He of old age, and he's very poisonous, and therefore we needed an antidote for the Kaedwen, and for that we needed a substance called ostmark, which was found in a cave by the waterfalls. And we went there, we collected the ostmark, we prepared the concoction called mongoose, which gave Geralt an immunity to poison for a certain amount of time. We managed to kill Kaedwen. After that, we were told by Triss that there is this I mean, we were told by Triss that that Lorido has taken captive one of Yorvet's men, and he's held captive on a boat. And so we go there, we meet the guy, and we convince him to talk, we persuade him to talk, and he tells us that Leto took help from Yorvet, and now he is planning to kill Yorvet, or planning to betray Yorvet, and he offered him the position of the leader of this Scoia'tael, but he refused, and there was a fight, and he got injured, and that's how he ended up on the boat. So we take this information to Yorvet. We tell him, Geralt tells him that uh, Leto is going to betray you, and he has already tried, and Yorvet of course doesn't believe us. So we but he agrees to meet Geralt at certain point in the forest from where they could go together to Leto. So Yorveth and Geralt holds Yorveth captive just for the purposes of show, and takes him to Leto, where Leto spills the bean, and he's like, it's a good thing that he's caught, Yorveth is caught, now we can kill him, and blah 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 blah. And Geralt tries to find out who is the bigger power behind the assassination of the kings, but Leto doesn't give away that information. And in that moment there is an attack from Roche and his forces, and they attack the Scoia'tael, and Leto attacks the Witcher, and they both fall down in the caves, and where they have a fight. Geralt loses, but Leto saves Leto doesn't kill him, and he tells him that there was once a time when the White Wolf saved his life, so now they are even. And with that he runs away, and he goes to Triss. Leto goes to Triss, and he kidnaps her, and with the help of Megascope that Sheila had devised, Leto goes to Aedirn, taking Triss with him. Now there was an important decision for Geralt to take at this point, whether he wanted to go with Roche, or whether he wanted to side with Yorveth. And this is how the game is designed. At this point you have to make a decision, and these decisions are mutually exclusive. So if you decide to side with Yorveth, you are enemies with Roche, but if you decide to side with Roche, you are enemies with Yorveth, and the gameplay is totally different after this point. So in this playthrough I have decided to follow Roche's path. I have taken his side, I have joined Roche, and I went to Roche's quarters to talk to him about Lorido and what to do about it. And Roche reveals that he has taken Yorveth captive, and he has also found out that Lorido is siding with King Henselt of Redania. I think Henselt is from Redania. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out soon enough. So Henselt is the one who is planning all this, and at some point we also found out that there is a wizard called Death Mold who was talking to Sheila and to Triss, and he was like blackmailing them or whatever, but he was like forcing them to obey what he's saying. And then later we found out at Lorido's residence that Death Mold was also in communication with Lorido, and Lorido was hands in hand with this whole situation, and he had promised Hansel that if the moment comes when there is a conflict between Temerian forces of Foltest and Hansel's forces, he would take side of Hansel. And this is treason because Flotsam is a part of Temeria, and it falls under King Foltest's rule. So Roche decides that he will sentence him to death and be and so one thing leads to another, and Witcher kills Lorido, and in Lorido's house he finds that there is an elf woman who was held captive, and she was with a baby, and the baby was Lorido's. So Wes uh, helps that elf woman to deliver the baby boy, and soon after that the elf woman kills herself. Witcher decides to give the baby to Cedric's friend, who is also an elf, and I forget his name. I think his name was Shenheim or something, but he gives the baby to him, and that guy was in love with the woman who was kidnapped by Lorido. Alright, so now important part is that we have taken Roche's path, we are on his side, and we are basically an enemy of Yorveth and Scoia'tael. And now this is the start of Act 2, and now I think I'm controlling King Hansel that you see in the background. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue the game in Act 2 of The Witcher 2. Alright, enjoy.
Do you always get so excited at the sight of skulls, Deathmold?
Scoff all you want. I speak of magic. The kind of spells that win wars. Thousands incinerated in seconds. Power, destruction, annihilation!
Yes, after which Sabrina Glevisig was burned at the stake, and the Pontar Valley remains within Aedern's borders.
Aedern is a carcass. Still showing life signs, but the realm's days are numbered. No peasant revolt can change that.
You're wrong, Deathmold. This country lives. I can feel it. Like an old wounded bear covered in scars, hounds all round it, but still strong. Still deadly. This will be a good war.
But sire, the Aedirnian barons won't dare stand against you. You shall see that shortly. I've prepared everything.
Let's see what you have prepared, Snake. And I wonder why Sheila is with Hansel like 2 months ago, 2 months before King Foltest was assassinated. This is a story. This is a moment 2 months before Foltest was killed.
Greetings, Your Grace.
Hail to Henselt!
Let's take a look at the journal. Yeah, so Henselt is the Lord of Kaedwen, not Redania, like I was saying earlier. I'm sorry about that. Saskia the Dragon Slayer. Okay. Okay, so at this point, Triss is somewhere in the area of Vergen. Vergen is a part of Aedern, and in our adventures we'll try to find her. This Assassins of King and Returning Memories are recurring quests like the Mystic River. Mystic River is also recurring. It will again become active at some later point of the game. Alright, and Death to the traitor is the quest under which we kill Lorido. Is that a modern day jet plane?
To Tanzaville, can you feel that? Magic still beats strongly in this place. Shivers run down my spine.
Strange. Levasig's quadruple sun is a short duration spell. It should have dissipated long ago.
An anomaly, perhaps? Not uncommon. The sheer amount of power she summoned? I doubt she retained complete control.
Stop discussing Sabrina Glevasig, or I promise you that heads will roll.
Wow.
Sire!
Long live the king!
I just can't help myself but appreciate the graphics, man. In 6
Baron
years.
Fellet has forever hinted that he
Long
would gladly
live
change
Hansel!
his colors.
Kaedwen!
Fellat is
Always and
unparalleled
forever!
scum.
The other nobles are panic-stricken at the very thought of Saskia with her peasant and non-human rebels. They are unprepared to fight and know it very well.
And Demiven's cub? Has he named his price?
Prince Stennis has yet to respond, but Fellet has assured me.
I must see him. Look into his eyes. I'll know what he's made of then.
Yeah, so 6 years down the line, this game still looks beautiful. It has aged so well. And I think it's Feral that we are going to talk to.
We most humbly greet His Majesty Henselt, King of Kaedwen, heir to the dynasty of the Unicorn, Lord of Ard Carreg, Archduke of Banard, and Vanquisher of Nilfgaard.
Welcome to Aedirn.
How much do you want?
Your Majesty surely jests.
I couldn't be more serious. How much for your signatures?
100,000 Novigrad crowns, we thought, to each of us, and the titles of Marquis.
Oh.
We speak of Upper Aedirn, of coal and silver mines, numerous factories, the sole white marble quarry this side of the Yaruga, and the North's main east-west trade route.
We speak of Lawmark. I advise you to adopt the new nomenclature.
In exchange, we shall swear fealty and acknowledge your majesty as sovereign of these lands.
I'm not on anybody's side anyway, but since the game is forcing me to play as Hansel, who looks like had a hand in the killing of Foltest. I cannot be sure if this is the guy who had a hand in killing Foltest, because he looks like a man of principles, although at this point he's trying to bribe his way to get the kingdom. But bribing actually saves thousands of men from dying, and maybe this is what he believes in. So for now I'll play along and I'll treat Hansel as the nice guy, and I'll say that I'll give you half.
You'll receive 50,000 apiece and no additional titles. Also, you'll provide guides and supplies to my army. My men will install themselves in your castles. Your armed men will gather under Sorcerer Deathmold's command and will set out to quell the peasant rebellion.
Sire, the common folk will hate. They simply won't understand.
Yes, Fellet, they will hate you, but at least this way you'll live. Comfortably, I might add. Refuse and die, by my hand, or that of Saskia the Dragon Slayer.
Sire, we accept your conditions.
Deathmold, The scroll.
Sire, there is yet the matter of Prince Stennis and his rights to these lands. So long as he lives, so long as the prince lives, he'll force his claims.
Then kill him, Philip.
Sire, I'm no warrior.
In that case, shut up and sign.
Sire, the Dragon Slayer approaches, white flag in hand.
Excellent. Let her pass.
What are you waiting for? Pick up those quills and sign.
Just out of curiosity, what does Upper Eden sell for these days?
50,000. How much would you have demanded, lass?
King, command your vulture to shut his beak before I thrust his cockerel up his arse and twist so hard he'll crow until noon reverts to morning.
Sire, you must have her restrained.
Deathmold may not be the bravest soul, but he's right in one respect. Were I to restrain you, there would be no war. You're either very brave or very stupid.
Will you hear me out, King? Or must we continue our threats and insults?
Of course I will hear you out. I'm a just king. I don't want people to die unnecessarily.
Tell me what you want.
King, withdraw your army, recognize Upper Eden's sovereignty and your persecution of non-humans, and give them leave to quit your realm. Do this and save yourself and your army.
You have balls, woman, but what would I gain? My soldiers would call me a coward. I am Henselt of Ard Caraig. I'll not run from a woman, even if she be a dragon slayer.
I see one other solution. You and I, King, here and now, before these folk and the gods, I challenge you. As in the old days, when the Honourable ruled this world, Upper Eden to the victor!
The lass has gone mad. To challenge a king.
Sire, this is absurd. We shall crush them in battle. They say the lass has slain a dragon. She could be dangerous.
I'm at a crossroads. I'm not entirely sure. And the decisions in this game, fuck. If I fight her, I don't even know if I'll be able to survive, because I don't know the background of this king and what kind of a warrior he is. And if I don't, I could be seen as a coward. But you know what, I'll be sensible and I'll tell her that my plans are different.
I find you fetching, girl, and I want you alive. I want you and this country.
You'll need to take Vergen first.
Oh no, you, then Vergen, then the whole of Edirn. Grab her!
We still end up fighting.
Stop! Stop in the name of Creve, Freyr, and Melitele!
What the fuck? I'm not entirely sure I understand what's going on.
Hey, halt!
What's with you, Zivik? Booze made you batty. Don't you recognize me?
I'll be ploughed and damned. Why the hell did you bring him here, Roche?
He's a witcher.
I know who the whoreson is. Ploughing Kingslayer at the gate of a king's camp? Why, he's not even bound.
Easy, lads. The witcher's no murderer, I'll vouch for that. As for kings, well, I desperately need to see yours.
You're in for a wait then, Mr. Special Mission Knight. Don't move, mutant! One of you go get the sergeant, and while you're at it, fetch a solid piece of rope to bind the freak.
Come on, Zivik, no need for that. Where'd you say the king was?
Out in the field somewhere, negotiating. Hey, Kingslayer, drop your weapons, or do I need to pack a bolt up your arse? Don't move! Don't even twitch, mutant! Hands where I can see him! Shoot! Smash the freak!
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
These spectres.
Whoa, I'm sorry.
Edirnians are here as well.
Admire the sights later. We have to go on.
Endure, friends! I must focus enough power for the spell!
Okay, that was pathetic performance. I underestimated. I still don't get it. So the king was at a conference with Saskia and something happened.
These spectres were my soldiers. It's Sabrina's curse.
Edirnians are here as well.
Admire the sights later. We have to go on.
Endure, friends! I must focus enough power for the spell!
I think I should use some Spectre oil. Whoa. What the fuck? One shot kill. So all these specters fucking turn into a trans.
These spectres were my soldiers. It's Sabrina's curse.
Edirnians are here as well.
Admire the sights later. We have to go on.
Endure, friend.
I'll have my sword enhanced with a whetstone because I don't know whatever comes up, whatever that transformer was. I don't know if Spectre sword would work on that. There are two. No, run!
Take that.
Ready! Stay close to me!
What the hell? Where did the sun go?
It's an eclipse. Somebody cast a curse. A very powerful one.
What do we do?
We have to get out of here. Spectres are only susceptible to silver and spells. Stay behind me.
I'll try to disperse the fog.
this is a convenient spell. Whoa.
Damn it!
It's Glevisic's curse! She's out to kill me!
Stay close to me, sire. It's not far now.
Let's hope so.
It's Prince Dennis. He lives.
No, the Wraiths have taken him.
The fog is dissipating. We're near its end.
Take that.
Alright, so I think it's coming to an end. In this level my frame rate has tanked. My frame rate is about 20-25 and I was playing at 60 plus before this. There is just so much going on the screen, maybe that's why, I don't know. So outside it's all very dark outside this circle, and wow.
Deathmold, Shealer, meet me in my tent. You're to explain what the hell happened there, and how we're to get rid of it.
As you command, Your Majesty.
I'll tolerate no delays on this matter, and summon all my company commanders.
Immediately.
Your Majesty.
Corporal, I'd like you to watch the Witcher closely. He just pulled me from a magic hell, so I doubt he wants my head as he took fall tests. But I'll not have him wandering round the camp like some stray dog. Occupy him for a time, then bring him to my tent.
Sire, I must request an audience.
Later. I'll see my mages first, then the Witcher.
Ah, just lovely. And here I'd hope for a calm little war.
Know where I might wet my throat around here?
Roche, willing to vouch for this overgrown urchin?
He did not kill Foltest or Demavend, if that's what you're asking. You've got my assurance on that.
Good enough for me. Let's go then.
Alright, so much going on. After a hard time, Geralt finally reached the Kaedwen army camp. Angered by his experiences in the mist, Hansel summoned Sheila and Deathmold to an extraordinary council and entrusted the Witcher to Lance Corporal Zivic's care. Okay. So now Geralt is looking for Adam Pangrat. Alright. And now my frame rates are back to 80s. So this is the Kaedwen army camp. Let's see if we can talk to these people, these fine gentlemen. You know, let's find a trader to sell my stuff, because I think, yes, I'm nearing my limits.
Let's go. We don't have all day. Our armorer, busy as ever with military commissions, but he'll take a private commission from time to time.
Okay. So this is the guy I can sell my stuff to.
Assistant?
Yeah.
Great. I want to see the best equipment you have. I've got the coin. The army stands to gain, not lose by me.
I should think so. So?
You sure you're the quartermaster's assistant?
Yeah?
I ask because assistants are usually pretty glib.
I'm glib.
No, you're not.
My gal left me.
How do you know?
She wrote me a letter. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. She can't write. The bastards. Beavers, not friends. I'll show them as soon as I get home. Snot-nosed scribes, counting barley all day. They get bored, look for diversions. I'll give them diversion. Many thanks. At first I thought, go away, Emo. But now I see you're a good fellow.
So will you help me?
I should think so. So?
Okay, let's trade. Let's sell all of my junk. And also let's sell off all these short swords. Let's keep only one. I have 2 trophies. One of them can get me 6 orange. I can make money on these. These are 2 orange each. But I won't sell my ingredients.
Let's go!
I wonder where I can find my storage box now.
We don't have all day!
Madness.
What do you want?
Let's arm wrestle.
They say blacksmiths are strong. I say they're fat pussies.
And I say I can show you just how strong we are.
Careful you don't snap something.
Show me your coin if you want to wrestle.
I'll put 30 orange towards your defeat.
Let's do this.
Arm wrestling is usually easier in this game, no matter what difficulty you are playing at.
My hands, damn you!
Might want to put a cold compress on that.
We don't have all day!
What do you want?
Let's see if he can, if he wants to arm wrestle again.
Show me your coin if you want to.
Oh, he wants to. Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's see how much money I can squeeze out of this fat ass.
You're as strong as an ox!
Yep.
What do you want? Show me your coin if you...
Wow, this guy
Let's do this.
is awesome. I think that there comes a point at which these guys usually refuse to play anymore. I wanna see.
You're as strong as an ox!
I wanna see his breaking point.
What do you want? Show me your coin if you want to.
Wow.
Let's do this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. What the fuck?
Arms of steel!
Alright, I'll leave you alone.
We don't have all day!
I know, let's go.
Let's go!
Cleaver bastard sword.
We don't have all day!
Let's talk to Roche.
We're here at last. The canteen, the most important place in the camp. If you ever get bored, you should find a monster contract or two on the notice board.
Ooh, okay. Rot Fiend contract. Square coins belong to traders. Okay. Shaves, cuts, coifs. Okay, so he's the barber. Alright, so I think I'm gonna take a break here, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, and you guys have a good one. Bye.